well-being of the societies. For that, there are prerequisites. Prerequisite is education, appropriate education, adequate education. Prerequisite is acquisition of professional skills that the society needs. And prerequisite is also the investment in development, so that we can create more jobs and create more opportunities to growth in our economies, because the capacity of economy to generate jobs is linked to its capacity to grow. And we know that we are now in a society of knowledge. We are in a society of ICTs, and knowledge has a lot to do with growth, with development. And it is for the youth to really involve, to get those qualities, to get those skills that our society needs to absorb, so that they can find their place in the society. And this is the purpose of this conference. And I have said, for me, as facilitator of this conference, my first goal is to have decent work, to create decent work, decent employment for young people, because that is, for me, a prerequisite for a stable society. Young people should have prospects for development. They should have prospect for their active participation in society when they reach the age of maturity. I thank you. That's what I could say to that point.
I find, Ambassador, that you are slightly insulting to youth.
No, not at all.
Absolutely. You are proud of the fact that you joined at the age of 28. I think it is sad. You should have joined at the age of 21 or 22. Why did you wait till the age of 28? Because you thought that youth is useless and you need experience. I disagree with you. It's a scientific fact that the most productive age for human beings is between 20 and 30, not after 30. In fact, I keep telling all young people, don't listen to anybody who is over 30 years old, because they have nothing to contribute. Contributions in the world have been made by people who are between 20 and 30. And you are basically arguing in favor of experience and the creation of jobs for older people above the age of 30. I don't agree. Please note that throughout Europe, they're trying to increase the age of retirement from 60 to 62 to 65 and beyond. They should be bringing down the age of retirement to 55 and 50. Get rid of people once they have hit 50. Let more young people get into jobs. They are the creative force in the world. You have prided yourself on experience. Your experience is literally zero. If your experience was good, the world would be a better place than it is today. So quite obviously, your experience is of no use, because it has really created a mess in the world. Why don't you just retire and give younger people a chance of coming up and contributing what they are capable of and what they have contributed in history in the past? Great things have been done by young people. I gave you the example of Joan of Arc. She was commander-in-chief of the French army at the age of 18. Cleopatra was pharaoh of Egypt and an extraordinary woman, also at the age of 18. Alexander the Great, in the United States, they're talking about gays and lesbians, and they say, don't ask, don't tell. Here is a man who was gay and who conquered half the world at the age of 26. So you cannot say that young people have not done great things at young ages. And the same for others. I can give you dozens of examples of people whom you have kept down under your argument of experience, but who have in actual fact contributed great things to the history of humankind. And so,
Ambassador Kamal, I'm very sorry. I didn't want to give you the impression that I wanted to put a limit or a threshold on the age at which young people can involve in society. I will tell you, I am the first to promote the idea. I'll be the first to promote the idea of bringing young people in. as early as possible. Bringing young people in as early as possible, and there are many programs for that. Internship is an opportunity for young people to come and see what is being done. There are some activities where young people can perform just by using their common sense, just by using the knowledge they have, the feeling they have of what is good and what is bad. But in a world where we have a scientific development that need to be acquired, where we have technological development, which is at such a high level, which requires time to acquire, to be at that level. We cannot compare the world of today with the world of Alexander the Great, or the world of Cleopatra. We have a world which is very intertwined. We have a globalized world where knowledge has become the most important, so to say, energy of development, of engine, the engine of development, engine of the growth of our economies. So we need young people to be well prepared. I will tell you where I can give you some good reason. My own country, we have developed a system that we call, that we borrowed somewhat from Germans, the dual training system, which means that young people are trained not in schools only, but they are trained also in the companies, and they integrate the company production process. As they finish, they get their degrees, or they get their, so to say, diploma. So we need to, this is an issue also, to create more links between practical activities and educational activities, so that young people can get more grip on the realities, on the concrete problems. And we need their inventivity, we need their creativity. Young people are very creative. I can remember when I was also young, I had so many ideas that I wanted to achieve, but this energy has to be harnessed and has to be put at the, so to say, at use by the international, by the national society. And I know there are places where we, I would say, if I consider myself to be old, I should have been retired. I should have been retired this year. June, I should have retired already, but the law in my country has been changed. I have to work 2 more years before retiring. So it's 30 years of, so to say, employment, or 60 years of age. So you can see the framework in my own country. There is a need to find ways to involve young people as soon as possible, but not just throwing them like that in the arena for them to work out, to develop their skills while learning. You can learn the hard way. It's better to learn by learning rather than learn to be confronted with hardship realities, which can also derail the societies. We need really to find ways to involve young people in decision-making processes. What is important that they take part, or that we don't take decisions for them. What is important that they be involved, they are involved in decision-making processes at all levels, even at school. At school, there should be processes where they should be made responsible for their choices. And I think while doing that, we will ease the issue. And what we should especially do is to encourage young people to be self-employed, to develop their ideas, to put, our government needs to put in place mechanism, funding facilities that can help young people who have good ideas to develop their projects. And it is very, very important that we can harness their productive capacity, their creative capacity, their innovation capacity to tackle the issues that we have now as world issues, as global issues to tackle. Also at national level, there are many challenges. Thank you.
Let me ask you one more question before we open, and we will be asking